2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Serenity Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing these two go at it again. It was a great rivalry first time round, and now, more so than ever, they're going to want to beat each other.
Anytime you take on a player like Brooke Henderson, you want to bring your best here, Rich. This one needs to kick left. A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the first. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Well, that's a nice way to start, writing a little red number down on the scorecard at the first.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
That's nicely done. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? And Henny, what's he looking at here?
This is a nice confidence booster. Downhill green, club down.
It's like that ball had a magnet in it for the bunker. And the player's left with an opportunity to get up and down here from the sand. Oh, good look at birdie here. Tracking. The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Currently 2 under for the day.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Attaboy, good shot. Second shot here on the third. Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Needs a little ground help to the left.
A 7-footer right here.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Nice line. Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
Let's take a look at the current standings. And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. Now we're on the 4th tee here at Jacobson Homestead, and it's a par 3, playing 181 off the back tees.
Yeah, that's about as far as you're going to see this par 3 play, Luke. Player's going to go in there with the mid, probably shortish iron. Obviously, with the water on the right, you want nothing to do at that side as the bank severely slopes downwards. Bailing out to left of the bunkers, not so hot either. But with just a short iron in your hand, you think that these players are good enough to fire right at it, don't you?
Oh, sensational putt, that one. A big play at the right time, and their rival is now shaking in their boots. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. Always the toughest hole in the game, a long par 4. Oh, that is bombed. Nothing like a bit of momentum here, Rich. This one's going for another birdie.
I tell you what, they're set up quite nicely through the first opening holes. Birdies galore.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
He seems to have zero regard for the fact that he's playing against a multiple major champion here. Just firing off approach shots like that. Wow.
And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. Oh, we'll take that and a spot in the top 10 to boot. Time to tee off at the 6th.
Wow, I didn't even know they had this power. Great drive.
Rich, one of the big advantages for the experienced players on tour is their history around particular courses. But what advice would you give to the new players who are coming to a course for the first time and how to handle it?
I would say tread easily. Go in there and just try to get into a good rhythm on the golf course. Don't try and go out and try and hit too many heroic shots or go after too many flag sticks, because if you don't know what the consequences are if you don't pull off that shot, well, shame on you. So I think that the veterans obviously have more knowledge about golf courses, and they can say, oh, I don't want to miss it there because that's dead. I've seen it happen before. When you go into a new golf course, Luke, you got to go in with it and just try and play a little bit on the defensive side. Don't get too greedy. Don't try and make too many things happen. Go in there, find some fairways, find some greens, hole a few putts here and there, get some confidence going first before you start attacking pins.
Sitting at 7 under par for the day. Currently tied atop the leaderboard. It's fair to say that wasn't their best shot.
Missing it short there, they will definitely be upset.
Here's Brooke Anderson.
This one is all over it.
Let's return to live play now. This would be a great up and down. Well, a lovely opportunity to save par here. Good putt that. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Let's see what happens here at the 8th. Opting for the 5-wood. Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
That'll sting a bit.
I think they gave that one too much respect. They didn't want to hit it too hard and go racing past the hole.
And that finds him in a share of second. Here we go. We're beginning the 9th hole now. Not bad. Sitting at 7 under. Currently tied for second. Going with the 5-iron here. Nicely done. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
He's paced it, he's read it. It's time. Little 27-footer. This is their look at birdie.
Ooh, right by the hole. A par putt awaits. Well hold. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. And after that effort, that's how it looks. And as we turn for home, Rich, always a good chance to reflect on the halfway stage of this round.
1 back, 9 to go, Luke. This is getting interesting.
Lovely effort, that. Already a winner this season. Number 2 would be very nice here today. It's a brave one. Driver off the deck. Well, it's fair to say that fortune favours the brave, Rich.
Yes, it does. And being just 1 shot back, things are getting interesting.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Chance to move to 8 under here. Ooh, nice putt to make for a birdie. And that will take him to 8 under. Here's Brooke Henderson's next shot. So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. Time to face a par 4 now. Well struck. Time for the second shot at the 11th.
They've chosen to club down here.
That was a beauty.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
Oh, that's a ripper.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Now at -9 for the tournament.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum. Oh, this has been a ball striking clinic. Another green in regulation.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. Still in the lead now after that hole. We've arrived at a par 4. Handy effort, that one. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 155.
Oh, I like that strike. This one's heading well towards the green. And he's hit that inside the range. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
It was on a good line. It's just about 3 feet away. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Now leading by 1 shot. And we find ourselves on the tee, one of the stronger par 4s on the back 9 here at Jacobson Homestead. The 14th playing 483, Rich, from the tips.
Yeah, generous landing area, thankfully out to the right-hand side. Obviously a bunker down the left, and if you miss it even further left, there's water lurking. But the second shot, this is where it gets slippery. This is where it gets dangerous, especially to a back right hole location. All of a sudden, the water down the right-hand side comes into full view. Bailing out to the left in the bunker, not so hot either. Tell you what, it takes a brave player to fire at this flagstick.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Currently in the lead by a shot. And that putt will drop, and he'll extend his lead. Moments like that deserve another viewing. Let's take a look at the replay. And now that finds him in 1st place. Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole.
Oh, just absolutely abused the golf ball there with that shot.
From about 200 yards out. Opting for the hybrid, I think. That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. Well, this would be a bonus. This is a very long putt.
They can open up their wings after this if it goes in. This one, guys, for eagle.
Oh, just missed. Just 3 feet to the cup.
Looking for another birdie here.
And there's no movement on the leaderboard.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Oh, what a shot by our leader. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
Yeah, she's confident now. Just came off of eagle.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Our leader is up by 4 shots now.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
You like that, didn't you? Well, I like the way this person's playing. Birdies all over that scorecard.
Yes, the only thing that could ruin it now is a triple bogey.
Getting ready to play their third. Ooh. An opportunity to make their par. Well done. And after that hole, they currently lead in first place with Jon Rahm in second. Rich, we find ourselves at the finishing hole here at Jacobson Homestead, and it seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe play, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get it that close to the hole. I love the options you have on this finishing hole. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
Going with the 8-iron here. Well, this one's going right at the flag. And this putt for the tournament.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
And down it goes. Victory for this player.
Second win of the season. Playing awfully well at the moment. Let's see if they can keep up this good run of form.
Well, Rich, after that hot start, it's probably little surprise that this player powered through to victory.
It's very rare where you see a player absolutely dominate a field like they did in this tournament. Unbelievable job all around.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Thank you so much, Luke. I am so happy that I have been put with these two players because they've been going back and forth at each other on social media leading up to this event. They seem to really have something to prove, a bone to pick with each other, and it'll all be settled out on the golf course today.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event. The second at TPC Summerland is a par 4 measuring 469 yards from the back tee. It plays slightly downhill, so a strong drive here will set up even just a short iron approach. However, there's a huge waste area to the right, so accuracy off the tee is required. The smart option here is to lay back with the 3-metal and give yourself a full shot in, and also take one club less into this green as it will release down the slope. Super shot that. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Currently 1 under for the day.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
That got caught up in a few of the branches. That's not what he had hoped for, I'm pretty sure of that. The third hole at TPC Summerlin has been converted from a par 5 down to a 4, Rich, which makes his second shot much tougher.
Second shot across the ravine to a green that's surrounded by bunkers. Should you find the green in two putts from there will be just fine, but watch out. Big numbers abound should you start missing this green out to the right.
Surely it's going to.
Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. Currently 1 under for the event. The fourth at TPC Summerlin is a pretty straightaway par 4, measuring 450 yards from the back tees. The fairway bunkers down the left and right are to be avoided. Really, not much to this hole, just be accurate on approach. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
This is looking around 115 yards out.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Yeah, nicely played. Ooh, a 12-footer. Love to make a few of these today.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
That's frustrating. Hang on, this looks pretty handy. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Currently 1 under for the tournament. The fifth at TPC Summerlin is a par 3 measuring 197 yards. Depending on where they put the tees on this hole, ensures the type of club you need to get at it. If you're going at it, make sure you avoid that bunker that's short and right. Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. If that's the right pace, this should drop. And the rivalry seems to be inspiring this player to make some great putts. That will bring them closer together on the leaderboard. And let's have one more look at that shot.
They got their putting boots on here. Look at how this ball rolls end to end. Thing of beauty.
Now 4 back after that hole. The sixth at TPC Summerlin is a staking par 4, playing 430 yards. There's a big waste area up to the left-hand side that needs to be avoided. If you can position your drive on the right half of this fairway, it gives you the best shot up the hill to a green that is not protected by any bunkers.
Club up. I like this play.
That's a great shot into birdie range here at the sixth. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Putting for birdie. Good looking putt. Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. The seventh at TPC Summerlin is a short par 4 measuring just 382 yards off the tips. Really, you just want to avoid the trees on the left-hand side because that will prevent you getting at the green, which is well guarded by bunkers and trees. Lay up, short right, a nice little wedge in here, and try and make a birdie. Well, this one might need to get down a little. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's currently in first place, looking to hold that lead here.
And back to the course with the live action. A chance to move deeper under the card. This putt's for 4 under. Get in the hole. That's a good putt to make. You'll take that. And that will take him to 4 under. The eighth at TPC Summerlin is a big par 3, playing 239 from the tips. A well-struck shot will avoid the gully here, but anything to the left half can roll off the green. The bunker short right are also to be avoided, so you don't make a sloppy bogey. This would be a good putt to make, to move inside the top 20 on the leaderboard. Mark it down, that's birdie number 5. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. He finds himself in a share of 15th position.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
The ninth at TPC Summerlin is a par 5 measuring over 563 yards. Really, the main aim here is to just avoid that bunker off the left of the tee. Then, if safely in the fairway, you can get after this green. A strong shot will play to the left half of this green and feed down to any hole location. A birdie chance, no doubt. Rich, always like going back and looking at T-Dub and some of the magnificent stuff he delivers.
He's a sharp shooter from short range, isn't he?
Nicely holed. And here we are with the third shot. Just 3 back from the leader. Always frustrated by missing a green.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, but not so on this occasion.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 18 feet from the cup. This putt to try and save their par.
Ouch, that hurts. Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly. Jon Rahm holds a familiar spot of top spot on this leaderboard. The 10th at TPC Summerlin is the beginning hole of a back 9 that has many challenges and also a lot of fun holes. Not overly long at 420 yards. You're just trying to avoid any trouble off the tee so you can get a clear shot at this green. A chance to begin the back 9 with a birdie. Come on, get a good bounce to the left. Outstanding shot. High quality. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
Well, he's in the spot he feels most comfortable. That's first place. I don't think he's going to want to let that go.
A birdie putt awaits. Well, that's a nice line. Jon Rahm, your leader as we head to the next hole. Placement off the tee is required at the TPC Summerlin 11th hole, par 4, measuring 448 yards. The big bunker down the right side is to be avoided at all costs. And there's also a little tree there which might affect any line of sight approach to this green. Around 110 yards to go. 5 shots off the pace. This one looks to be heading towards the green. A spot in the top 10 awaits if they can make this putt. Looking really good, this one. And this is a familiar sight. Jon Rahm leads this tournament. The 12th here at Summerlin is another short par 4. 442 yards off the pits, but plays slightly downhill and leaves just a short iron approach. The only real danger here is the big body of water that starts around 150 yards short and goes right up past the green. Let's take a look at this from just a couple of moments ago. Okay, time to return to the action from about 100 yards. 4 shots behind our leader. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? This putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. And that's for birdie. Well holed. And that puts him into the top 5 for the tournament. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 13th at TPC Summerlin is a monster par 5 measuring over 600 yards from the back tees. The big hitters with a tail breeze can cover that bunker on the left-hand side. But if you want to lay up, make sure you've given yourself the right number because there's a lot to this green and plenty of ways to 3-putt it. Be careful on approach. Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
This is perfect. They can make great contact. You couldn't ask for a better sand lie here.
setting up miles from the hole.
Their boldness paid off. They've got this for the eagle.
Just didn't drop. Let's move one step closer to the lead here. This putt for a share of fourth. That's half a chance of being holed, this one. Well, that'll play. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. And as we check in on the leaderboard, it's Jon Rahm on top. The 14th at TPC Summerlin is a straightaway par 3, playing 168 yards. The green slopes right to left, so make sure you've got the right length of club so you're not left with a long putt. This would be a great up and down. You know, Luke Donald once made all 400 plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. The 15th at TPC Summerlin is a great short par 4. In fact, a lot will try and drive it in the tournament. If you want to lay it back, you've got around about 115 yards uphill to a green where you can't see those back hole locations. However, a good aggressive play here must avoid the pot bunkers around the greens or the big waste area to the left. A chance to make a birdie here or even an eagle. Okay, let's get back to the action. An opportunity for a birdie here.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Ooh, right by the hole. And the putt drops, now at 8 under, heading down the stretch. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. The 16th at TPC Summerlin is another one of those great scoring holes en route to the finish. A par 5 playing 560 yards. The well-struck drive up the right half here gives you a chance to get at this green in 2. If you are going for the green, make sure you got enough club because that huge penalty area in front of it will ruin any score. Be careful going through the green here as well because getting down from over the back is not that easy. Putting for an eagle. Oh, so close. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. Always nice to hold those for a birdie. He finds himself in a share of fourth. The 17th at TPC Summerlin is a downhill par 3 measuring just under 200 yards from the tips. The green shapes hard right to left towards that water hazard. Make sure you're clever at shaping your ball or don't take on any hole location that's tucked in near to the water. He has this putt to save his par. And nicely holed. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. The 18th at TPC Summerlin is a 444-yard par 4 with a big body of water just beyond the gully, which you've got to drive. Make sure you avoid those bunkers on the right side to give you a good iron into this green. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
And this putt is for a final score of 61. And that's how he signs off on this event. And wow, what a rivalry that was. Let's recap some of the results. But it's a big thank you to Henny Koyak for bringing the magic on the ground today. What about what we saw, Henny?
Oh, it was a pleasure to be able to follow the action out there today, Luke.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in and see you next time.